$4,000.99. Well, now, Lord, Mr. Ford, I just wish that you could see what your simple horseless carriage has become. Well, it seems your contribution demands, to say the least, got a little out of hand. Well, Lord, Mr. Ford, what have you done? Back up, son, I'm gonna kick it now.
Let's go forward. That's good. You get a block. Let's go forward.
So you'll probably notice a big gap in time has gone by in the last little segment you saw on this truck and right now. Probably a few months ago, that was the last video you saw as far as getting the engine back in the truck, and slowly been piecing it back together to the point that it is right now. So let me pop the hood and let you guys take a look. So here's a 351. Runs pretty well actually. As you can see, all that we have here, these Mustang headers, sounds pretty good. It's got a Summit carburetor on it actually. This is the first one we even tried out. It's a 600, I believe, and it runs really well. You know, vacuum secondaries, electric choke, pretty good for something you're just going to use. And it runs very nice. Driven it pretty far. Other things we need to do. It really needs a wash. We never even washed this thing before we started working on it. It needs a lot more than that, as you can tell. But you know, do a few odds and ends to it. Might open up the LMC catalog, see if we can find any good parts for the interior. The headliner needs some attention, door panels need some attention, but overall, it's not that bad of a truck. Important. Very tame truck, obviously. You know, just a stock 351 HO, nothing crazy. Well, it's super smooth though, and rock solid. Yeah, ignore this choke wire here. I have to clean that up. Haven't, done something with that, but yeah, it looks really good. And this air cleaner is all from Summit, all a whole package deal. Like I said, the first time we ever used a Summit carburetor, really impressed with it though. Needs a set of tires. That's one thing it needs. Probably just use it. That's the big thing. It just needs to be used. That's what it's good for. I actually hauled a load of brush and scrap trees and everything with it, and it did its job just fine. It's a great truck. Let's take it for a drive. show you the best part about these old Fords. Take a listen. Beautiful sound. This thing is super smooth. Doesn't really give any trouble at all. The speedometer's dead on. Same with the tag. I mean, it's just perfect. Nothing's wrong with this thing mechanically. Cosmetically, yeah, it could use some work, but you know, seriously, this thing is just so smooth. I love this truck. I miss this truck because growing up, whenever I was a kid, I wanted this thing to be mine, and I never even actually got to drive this thing at 16. It was parked before I turned 16, and I never actually got to drive this thing legally. So this is really the first time I've ever driven this truck legally on the road before. So it's kind of like, it's just a really overwhelming experience. I don't know how to explain it, but you grow up with a vehicle like this, it's just something that really becomes part of the family. And really getting to see it back on the road after so many years, which I think it was parked since 2007, just to put that into perspective. You know, just seeing something like that really just brings a smile to my face. It's so much joy out of this truck that I can't even begin to describe it, because this thing has been a part of our family and it's never going to leave. And I'm excited that it's back on the road and we're going to keep this thing. And Mom's happy. She loves the thing. As you all know, it was her dad's and he passed away before I was born, so I never met him. So this is kind of like a memory of him. And we all have like an attachment to this truck, and that's why. So the fact that this thing goes, it makes me so happy. And the whole family just loves it, and it's a great truck all around. So I apologize for not filming a lot of the FRD being worked on. The main reason I didn't was because I was trying to focus on the charger here, and I didn't film a lot of it. So unfortunately, I didn't get most of putting the engine and transmission in after the fact. So, you know, doing all like the mundane work of hooking things up and all that stuff. But just a basic recap, the engine and transmission came out of my aunt and uncle's truck, which is basically the identical truck except in short wheelbase. So it's an 86 model F-150 XLT Lariat, 351 HO with the C6 automatic transmission, and the thing had a little over 60,000 miles. I can't remember exactly. I'll put it right here and tell you. But anyways, we robbed everything out of that truck, put it in the FRD, which had like a 302 and an AOD in it that only had 2 gears. So now that thing runs like a champ. The thing is, it was my grandfather's truck who passed away before I was born. It was on my mom's side, and the truck had been sitting since about 2007. So seeing this thing on the road, like I mentioned, is just like a treat to me because I wanted it to be my first vehicle when I turned 16. but unfortunately that did not happen. So now the fact that it's back on the road really kind of like, it makes me so much happier, because like this thing has been in my family since, well, before I was born, obviously, because he bought it brand new. So I'm excited. I'm really happy that it's back. I've been driving the thing everywhere just because it's so much fun, and I grew up in that truck basically. That was where I started driving. I first learned how to drive around in the field, just like over there in that truck. So there's a lot of history with that thing, and like I mentioned, it's going absolutely nowhere. It's going to stay here and eventually pass down to generations to come, and it'll always be in the family. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, just a little recap of everything that went on. If you want to know a little bit more information, go down to the link below. I will have the first part of this video and the second part as well linked, and you can watch both of those. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like down below. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave a comment. Email me if you have the same thing. Don't forget to order your t-shirts and your stickers. Send me something in my P.O. box. It's down in the description. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, hey, one more thing. If you want to see more videos on this truck, feel free to let me know, because I think we want to like do some, potentially, you know, clean it up, do some paint work to it. Don't really know just yet, because it's such a good work truck as it is, so we don't have to worry about scratching it. But the thing is, we would like it to look nice, at least interior wise, and then maybe do some paint work on it. I'm not too sure just yet. But if you still want to see more videos on it, just let me know. Now that the Charger's kind of like caught up, I can do some more videos on the truck and, you know, kind of spread out what we're doing, at least over here work wise. But thanks guys again, and hopefully you enjoyed it, like I said, and I'll see you later.
Mr. Ford, I just wish that you could see what your simple horseless carriage has become. Well, it seemed your contribution to man, to say the least, got a little out of hand. Well, Lord, Mr. Ford, what have you done? Come away with me, Lucille, in my smoking